glimpses of the glorious past on the 11th of February. In this segment, if you do not already know, we go through the years since the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started his public life, and we visit the various activities and contributions performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as he is reviving the authentic Hinduism and establishing the authenticity of the Sri Kailasa nation, the only Hindu nation, enlightenment ecosystem, civilizational nation. So we welcome each and every one, whether you are viewing us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other social media platform. Welcome to this segment. We hope that you're going to enjoy it. Let us now, without any further ado, start with the first year of today's segment. Here we are starting in the year 2003 on the 11th of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, at the age of 25, addressed the students of the Tyagarajar Polytechnic located in the Sona College of Technology in Salem, South India, one of the leading engineering colleges in India, founded in 1997. The owner and chairman of the Sona Group of Institutions, Sri Valyappa, a follower of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who had personally experienced his grace and healing in his own life, invited him on multiple occasions to address the students and initiate them into higher truths, this being one such occasion. So here we have a few pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being welcomed to the college, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been reaching out to every possible person in every possible way, sharing about the sacred truths of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, as well as leading people into processes and giving them experience of the Paramashivoham space. So here we have this.
On the 11th of February 2004, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visited California, United States, and gave an initiation of powerful cognitions, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained the powerful truths about the 4 states of consciousness that human beings experience regularly are waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, and the 4th state, Turiya, the state of enlightened beings. He went on to explain about the Varnashrama Dharma, the ancient Varna system, which was beautifully holding the structure of the society in its authenticity. And in course of time, it got diluted by a Hindu Messiah elements. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the 4 states of consciousness. And also about the Varnashrama Dharma. To all the viewers who want to know what the Varnashrama Dharma is, they are the 4 Varnas of the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, the 4 categories which were an integral part of the Hindu Vedic lifestyle, and which later then got diluted, or the wrong meaning of the caste was given by the Maximilian translations, the Western translation of our Shastras, and about what the Vedas and Agamas tell about the caste system. Many a times, people get confused between Varnashrama and Jati. Jati is what they call as caste, and Varna and Ashrama were the sections related to not the birth, not the status given according to birth, but the status given according to the willingness of an individual. And so many times, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has clarified about this common misconception by large groups of people about the confusion between the Varnashrama and how Varnashrama was never by birth, but was by choice of the individual. And there is no ranking among the 4 Varnas, and it is only peaceful coexistence supporting each other. in their respective fields. So that was the context which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continuously traveling around the world in so many countries, in this case, United States, in California. But apart from that, daily we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continuously traveling to various, whether inside India or around the world, in Canada, United States, Dubai, and Southeast Asia, so many countries, just to expand this truths of enlightenment and to elevate the consciousness of humanity. So here we can see one such instance where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was in United States, and we will now be moving on to the next year.
We are now entering into the year 2006 on the 11th of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, himself conducted the Gayatri Mantra initiation ceremony for 2 children. As per the Hindu tradition, children aged between 5 and 11 and 12 are initiated with the Gayatri Mantra, the oldest method of initiation given by the ancient Hindu seers. The initiation is given to a child to kindle his inner intelligence to flower and to remind him that he will live a chaste life until enters into marriage. The Gayatri Mantra is a prayer to the cosmic intelligence for it to flower from within each other. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Homa, the ritual that we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Homa personally, initiating these 2 children into the Gayatri initiation. The Gayatri initiation is one of the fundamental initiation that happens at young age, and it is an initiation which allows you to relate with the Gayatri Mantra, which awakens the inner fire, the inner intelligence within yourself, the cosmic intelligence within yourself. So when children are initiated into the Gayatri Mantra, this is how they start to raise their consciousness and move towards higher, to start at least to seek or to yearn to move towards higher time zones. So a very important initiation, which is the initiation into the Gayatri Mantra.
The next we can see the 11th of February 2007. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism presided over the Ananda Tapas convention, which took place between the 7th of February and 14th of February, and saw the participants going through tremendous inner transformation. The Ananda Tapas is an ancient sacred Hindu alchemy process which involves the meditator to sit within a circle of fire for several hours for many days under the supervision of the Guru. This Agni process removes the ego and its samskaras completely, and as a consequence, the engraved memories are burned and boiled away. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also organized in parallel a Guru Homa in Kailasa in Pondicherry, where thousands of his devotees came to participate to enjoy its benefits. So here we can see the 2 parallel events which are happening, where in one event we can see the Ananda Tapas convention, where the people are sitting literally around fire, or fire surrounding the person, and having the intense experience and initiation, of course, with the able guidance of the Guru and all the security measures. We can see the participants literally going to the various deeper experiences, and in the right side, the Guru Homa. The Homa, a fire ritual, is a beautiful process in the Vedic tradition where
Yes, sorry for this technical glitch. The Homa is a sacred fire ritual The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that in Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the science of the Panchabhutas, the 5 elements, the fire is the bridge between the unmanifest and the manifest. The ether and the air is the non-manifest elements, and the earth and the water are the manifested elements, but fire is manifest yet unmanifest. So like that, the fire is a bridge allowing us to connect with gods and goddesses, invoking them and downloading their energies so that they can manifest and bless us in various ways. So through the Homa and the sacred chants of the mantras, we invoke the energies of the gods and goddesses, we receive their blessings, and we offer the various offerings to please them. So here you can see there are thousands of participants seated with their own Homa Kunda, where they would perform the Guru Homa to invoke the blessings of the Guru. Let us now enter into the year 2010. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, organized and conducted the Life Bliss Engineering Convention in Adi Kailasa. The blessed beings who had the opportunity to participate in the convention had the most auspicious blessings to attend the Power Manifestation session and take a group photo with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, as we can see the picture on the right. The day ended with a personal darshan where the delegates had the opportunity to be in Shaktipada and Shaktinipada to receive his Sparsha Diksha. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism guiding the participants into various processes, leading them to bring more completion, to expand and allow the chakras to work properly, and ultimately receive the Kundalini energy from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has conducted various types of programs throughout the years, programs which were designed as per what Paramashiva reveals in the Vedas and Agamas, so that he can give the experience of oneness with Paramashiva to each and every one of us. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the oldest lifestyle still available today. Even though heavily persecuted, it has still survived up to today. And the main reason is that it has lots to contribute to every dimension of humanity, and like it has always done. So like that, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is bringing these truths back, giving the experience to people, for people to realize the importance of Hinduism and stand for it and protect it. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting such program and taking these rare moments where taking these group pictures with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. Let us now enter. So before we enter into the year 2011, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the further years of the glory of the past.
Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious, and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside.
Yes. So let us now move on to the 11th of February, 2011. On this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, expounded on the Patanjali Yoga Sutras and gave a separate Q&A session. One delegate asked the question of how do we know whether we are progressing towards Samadhi, to which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully answered, you will become leader. If you have become leader of your breathing space, whatever is happening means your life. You are growing towards Samadhi. If you have become leader of the whole happening in you and your life, you have become Samadhi Siddha. You have achieved Samadhi. Samadhi means not just having altered state of consciousness, achieving the original leadership quality with which you happen. So here we can see the satsang, the Nithyananda satsang of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, expanding on the truths of the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Patanjali, a great enlightened master, the direct disciple of Bhagavan Paramashiva, expounded and gave so many sutras which guides the beings towards enlightenment. And from that Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which Patanjali had given, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded and gave the meaning out of the pure space of enlightenment for all of us in the modern day to connect with what Patanjali told and how we can apply it in our day-to-day lives. And if you want to hear more of the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, you can head over to the official YouTube channel of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And also, you can head over to the same day on Nithyanandapedia, the 11th of February 2011, to see the satsang and hear the transcript. Let us now move on to the next year.
So entering now into the year 2012, on this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, intercepted the Akashic records of the 4th chapter 8th verse of the Bhagavad Gita. From this grand cosmic download and the rehappening of the Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained the technical term sadhu, usually translated as holy man or renunciate. From a dynamic perspective, sadhu means one who has consciously realized his full potential and who uses that realized power to create peace. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism distinguished between the peace of lassitude and the active peace of erasing wickedness, and defined the second one as the deeper meaning of sadhu. So here we have pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism receiving the puja, the Pada Puja, in early morning, making himself available to bless the devotees and disciples as they offer their gratitude to what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has done in their life. And on the left, we can see this, on the right, we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessing during the presidential address. In today's presidential address, like mentioned, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism downloads the true meaning of sadhu, which is the one who realizes his power and uses that power to erase wickedness and therefore establish peace on planet Earth. So very important to have the right cognition about these sacred words, as many times the English translations of these words are completely inaccurate and do not express the truth and the right cognition that we should have about those sacred words in the Hindu scriptures.
The next, we are moving on to the 11th of February 2013. In this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spoke live from the Mahakumbhapuri, the camp city created for the pilgrims of the Mahakumbh Mela in Allahabad. After this presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also graciously received many other very prominent Hindu leaders that were also attending the Kumbh Mela. The most notable was the visit of the Mahanirvani Akhada Pitadishwar Acharya Mahamandaleshwar Sri Vishwadevanandji of Mahanirvani Akhada, which visited the office of the Kailasa nation in Kumbhapuri. Acharya Mahamandaleshwar Sri Vishwadevanandji honored the Kailasa nation by releasing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's new book, the Bhagavad Gita Decoded in Hindi. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism interacting with many of the world leaders and the heads of the Akhada. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself is coronated as the Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, was nominated in 2007 and was coronated in 2013. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism receiving the great sadhus and sannyasis, the heads and the pontiffs of the various akhadas, to visit the Nithyananda Kailasa nation camp and gracing all the devotees and disciples who came to the Kumbh Mela. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also presenting the Bhagavad Gita Decoded book in Hindi to the Mahamandaleshwars and the other pontiffs, which is available for free download for all of us even to look and read. It's available on the Nithyananda University Press website of Kailasa. If you go to kailasa.org, and there under the headings, you can go to Nithyananda University Press, which contains all of the books which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has written till date and adding more every single day. So with that, let us now move on to the next year.
So entering now into the year 2014, in this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared the crucial sacred secret of coming to terms with reality, that is, completion. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that when we are powerful in front of reality and facing it, we will know what we need to change and what we can change. As such, we can even overcome the wrong concepts and fear about death and eventually confront death and completing with it once and for all. So here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the sacred secrets of how to come to terms with reality, that being the space established in the space of completion. So we invite each and everyone to listen to this satsang, as naturally being able to face reality is surely the most practical thing that we can ever accomplish in our life, as we have to constantly face various situations in life, coming to terms with ourselves and situations, being in the space of completion, and from that space being able to face those situations and manifest the reality that we want to manifest for ourselves. So a very important presidential address inviting each and everyone to go on Nithyananda on the 11th of February 2014 and listen to this discourse, this satsang given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Let us now look at the 11th of February 2016. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism led the delegates through a powerful Shodashi initiation where he awakened the Kundalini of the participants and transmitted the life transformational experience of Shivoham. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism describes that every incarnation of Paramashiva attains his original state only through the 16 sacred sounds of Shodashi, which awakens the geometry of the very cosmos as Shri Yantra into our system. Separate from the Panchadashi initiation, the 16th sound is secretive and is never sung or recited openly anywhere. It is only given as an initiation by the master, and even the initiated disciple does not utter it loud. This is the sacredness of the 16th sound. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiating the inner awakening delegates into the Shodashi process, as many of us would be following the daily Nithyananda Satsang. Even recently, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as part of the 108 initiations of the Paramashivoham program, is initiating us into the Shodashi, and today we were blessed to have the Parashodashi initiation. And as said in this transcript, the 16th syllable is the Guru Bija and is not uttered aloud and is passed on from the Guru to disciple through the lineages, as starting from Bhagavan Paramashiva, who received it, or Devi Parashakti, who gave it to the various rishis of the science, including Sadashiva, and passed down from various rishis like Agastya. And now, through the Guru Parampara, we are all blessed to receive it from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So if anyone wants to know more about the Shodashi, all of you are free to come to the daily Nithyananda Satsang, where just today we had the initiation of the Shodashi and the Parashodashi initiation, and in the following days we're going to have the various initiations of the Paramashivoham program. And of course, if you want to really experience the whole initiation, you can log on to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham to sign up and register for the Paramashivoham program, which is beginning on the 1st of March to the 21st of March, 2022. So before we move on to the next year, let us take a small break and we'll be back with you just in a few moments.
Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious, and that ability
Yes. So welcoming each and everyone back. We are continuing into the year 2017 on this Glory of the Past segment. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Kalpataru Convention for the general public and revealed the complete understanding of manifestation of one's reality. His simple strategic solution is made up of 3 statements, the understanding of which empowers us to live the highest possibility. Number 1, understand that we are not a finished product, we are a possibility, a happening. It is never too late to change because we are a seed on fertile soil, even if we are 93 years old. The second statement, all our patterns are dead. Our compulsive thought currents and behaviors are not living parts of us or a living energy. All we have to do is to drop them and do the last rites for them. And the third one, our will is a living organism, living mechanism, living principle. When we give life to that, we will be constantly rising to our highest possibility. So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, expanding on the science of Kalpataru, how to create one's reality. We have heard here the 3 main powerful cognitions shared by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, an extremely important convention that we invite each and everyone to go to listen to. So go on this year, 11th February 2017, as the science of manifesting your reality is surely the only science that you need in your life. So inviting each and everyone to listen to these conventions, to these satsangs given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to grasp the right cognitions in order to operate and make our life successful.
We are now entering into the 11th of February 2018. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed the most important sacred secrets about puja from the Akashic records of Vedas and Agamas. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that looking at puja from logic, we may only see it as a peace-invoking technique. Looking at puja from the heart, we may see it as a celebration. Looking at puja from our depth, we may see it as a cosmic connecting cognition. However, if we look at puja from our very space, it is a power manifestation methodology where we manifest the state, space, and powers of Paramashiva. Later that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiated hundreds of delegates into the Shiva Diksha, the royal initiation into the sacred Shaiva Sampradaya, and gave the Kalabhairava Darshan as part of the Paramashivoham continuous education program in Kailasa.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, sorry for this technical glitch. We are now entering into the year 2020 on the 11th of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the cosmic truth of the Panchakritya, the 5 principles of Paramashiva, which are creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, delusion, and liberation, during the Nithyananda Satsang, the daily presidential address. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further expanded on the 6th unmanifested phase of Paramashiva and divulged further how the powers of aparigraha and asteya, which are living with minimal things and non-stealing, leads to enlightenment. Later that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave a special initiation for all to experience the Ishwaratva and the Paramashivatva space. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism constantly reaching out and keeping us engaged, keeping our seeking alive and our space of listening and devotion active, So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the Panchakritya, an extremely important understanding of Hinduism, which makes it very different from what we know in the West. So inviting each and everyone to listen to that, as the principles and the dimensions of delusion and liberation are something which is totally unknown to the philosophies of the West. So here, inviting each and everyone to go on Nithyanandapedia on the 11th of February 2020, listen to this presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this topic.
We are now entering into the 11th of February 2021. In this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the concepts of muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism defined muscle memory as the memory of all our day-to-day habits, lifestyle, the food we like, or everything based on our actions. Every belief we carry, the powerful cognitions, powerful conclusions we carry, that is biomemory. The core of us, the I in us, how it experiences itself due to the continuous impact of muscle memory and biomemory on us, that is called bioenergy. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also conducted the Maheshwara Puja for the 100-car pileup that happened in Fort Worth Freeway, Texas, United States, caused by the winter storm Shirley on February 2021. So here we can see the definitions given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. And also we can see the Maheshwara Puja, the Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship, and Kailasa giving the peace for the whole world by offering the Maheshwara Puja, the completion rituals for all the various global happenings and the unfortunate tragic incidents which happened, which is continuing even now. And just in a few days, we'll be having the Maheshwara Puja again. So all of us can stay tuned and offer the Maheshwara Puja for your loved ones if they have passed on. So with that, we have come to the end of this beautiful segment, the glimpses of the glorious past on the 11th of February 2021, the 11th of February on over the years from the early years of 2000 till last year. So we will now be moving on to the next segment, which is a beautiful initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to get ready to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism live and experience the further initiations. So let's all get ready to receive the satsang.